Hi guys, it's SoulStar Divine Feminine, aka Nini. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Today I am in Ciutadella Park in Barcelona, which you guys have seen me film in this park numerous times, including when I was in Barcelona in July on this channel. I was also in Barcelona, July last year, 2018, I'm forgetting it's 2019 now. I was also in Barcelona when was it? September 2018 last year as well. I went 3 times last year because I moved here last year with my Divine Masculine. Anyways, as I'm not doing a cute little intro today, I thought I'd do that. But I've got a reading for the Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines. I'm currently using the John Holland Psychic Tarot Psychic Tarot for the heart, and then the Atlantis Oracle cards as well. It is really sunny, but it's also getting quite cold. But the first card I have today for the Divine Masculines, which I'm just clocking now that Divine Masculines have a lot of heart chakra work and solar plexus chakra work as well. And then the Divine Feminines, wow, look at this third eye, solar plexus. This is just based off the color of the cards as well, but I mean, this is definitely matching up with what I'm going through and what my DM is going through, because his heart chakra has been opening up like crazy recently. So Love Abounds is the first card we have for the Divine Masculines. Whew, wow. Okay, so they're definitely feeling quite uncomfortable, like probably the most uncomfortable they've been feeling in their lifetime on this earthly plane. It's like their ego is still there, clearly, like it's still trying to be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why am I feeling all these emotions? Some of the Divine Masculines, including mine, are bursting out in tears, like at the most random times, because they just can't keep up that false mask anymore. I'm smiling because it's beautiful. Like, it's honestly beautiful when you realize that you've practically been living a lie your whole life, and you've just been shaped and molded like so severely, as a lot of masculines in this 3D world are. When they finally start opening up, of course it's so uncomfortable, but then it's like you're opening up your heart to such like beautiful things, like such beautiful experiences. A lot of them, I keep channeling the song by Mario, How Do I Breathe? If you guys don't know that song, I'll try and link it down below, but it goes, how do I breathe without you here by my side? How will I see when your love brought me to the light? Where do I go when your heart's where I lay my head? When you're not with me, how do I breathe? How do I breathe? And it's crazy that I was singing that while I was smiling, because this time last year I was singing that song when I was in separation, crying hysterically on the floor, like literally hyperventilating, like I can't breathe without you, until I realized, wait, I need to breathe on my own. I can breathe on my own. Detach, let go, and then suddenly a union came in. Anyways, I'm making it sound super happy and cheesy. You guys saw some of the darkness I went through. But I can laugh about it now. Anyway, so other Divine Masculines that are in separation are constantly having these songs on loop, and these feelings of like they're incomplete almost, not just in their life, not just in their career, not just in their finances, but love really is all. Like, everyone wants love, everyone seeks love, and when people don't get a lot of love or any at all, a lot of the time that's when people act out of anger and act out of ego, and the masculines are so used to acting out of their ego. But they're realizing that even though it's really freaking uncomfortable for them to actually keep opening up their emotions, it's almost like the universe or their higher self is like, look, you've been doing this path for so long, all of this abundance and happiness has been right here, and you've just been so focused on this thing. I'm just going to turn the tap a little bit, make you feel something, turn it a little bit more, make you feel something else. Because they're hearing songs, they're watching shows, they're walking in parks, like seeing families all happy, and then it's just making them like get overwhelmed with emotion. Like, it's really overwhelming because I'm feeling it. They're getting overwhelmed with emotion, and a lot of them are crying because they're starting to break free of that mold that not only have they been trapped in by other people in society, but they've also trapped themselves in that. And wow, they're feeling a lot of they feel extremely grateful for all the experiences that they've gone through so far regarding love. And that's just not romantic relationships, that's not just you divine feminines, that's also like their family members, like their nans, their mums, their dads, even the relationships that they have where they don't get along with people, they hate that person. It's like they're so grateful for the lessons and everything that that person has taught them, even though they don't like to admit that people have taught them things because they don't want to give away that power, because there's still that like ego struggle. But they're really opening up a lot. It's actually really beautiful. And my divine counterpart, masculine, like, he burst out crying about 3 or 4 days ago in front of me, which every time he does it, I'm just like, but I've really been in mum mode recently. But he burst out crying in front of me the other day because we were having a long conversation about how sad it is, how corrupt the world is, and how corrupt Spain is, or at least Barcelona, and the amount of homeless people that are on the streets, the amount of people that are begging, and immigrants that are being allowed into the country but then they're not allowed to legally work, and how just so many regulations that just make no freaking sense. And we were sitting at dinner having a nice romantic meal on King's Day, or the day before King's Day, because Barcelona is always celebrating something. And we were just saying how grateful we were, because we were saying mantras about how grateful we are that we have food, that we have water, that we have money to even go and get food, that we have limbs that work, that we're able to breathe on our own without machines. Like, we were just saying all of these mantras about how grateful we are. And he burst out crying uncontrollably at the table, just saying how grateful he is that he's got water, that he's got money, that he's got food, and that he couldn't believe that for the first 26/27 years of his life, he would just have showers like at his mum and dad's house and just think nothing of it and just take everything for granted, like the roof over his head. So many people struggle to even get that on a day-to-day basis. And it was so beautiful to see him really opening up. And my heart chakra was opening up so much as well, because we're so connected. And it's just like this massive energetic pull that you have when you're in union with your divine masculine, and even when you're not in union. And when I say union, I mean obviously there's this physical illusion. You're always in union with yourself first and foremost, and your twin flame. But when you're physically together, it's like 10 times stronger. And it was just so beautiful to see him really just like not caring that anyone was looking at him, or crying out in public, or crying in front of me, which so many guys have an issue crying in front of a woman in general, whether or not it's a feminine or a masculine, because once again, it's all energy. So they really are opening up in so many different ways. It might not be the ways that you necessarily want them to open up. A lot of them are opening up to people that are currently in their lives. So those of you that are in separation, I just don't like using that term, but for those of you who aren't physically together right now, some of the masculines are opening up to people that you might not necessarily trust from your own perception, but it's the person that they need right now. Even though in, you know, a dream world, you'd always have your masculine coming towards you to open up. Sometimes it's like they really need someone that's outside of this romantic relationship experience, because it's just good to sometimes have someone that isn't really emotionally attached or involved and can listen to you like a counselor typically would. So the masculines are definitely opening up in so many ways, and so many of the things that they're opening up about, they didn't even think they would ever feel these types of things, like crying over a glass of water. Like, they never thought they would cry over something like that. But it's honestly so beautiful, because you guys, we are so blessed. We have so much in this life. If you guys are watching this reading, the fact that you have a device that you can watch this on, and the fact that you have something called the internet, where so many people in this world don't even know what the internet is, the fact that you can click on YouTube, so you probably have fingers that work, and eyesight that works, and ears that work. Like, come on, like, we are so blessed. We have so much. Like, it's crazy how much we take for granted in this life. And on the flip side of that, the divine feminines, hey, the divine feminines, new vitality. What are you saying? Oh my gosh, definitely new vitality. Like, oh, like even touching this card, the energy that comes from it is like electric. Wow, electric. Oh my gosh, it is definitely our time to shine. Like, wow, like more than ever before. I think I said this in a reading, like maybe like what, July time, August time. But my goodness, like so many divine feminines, you guys are stepping out like beyond measure. Like you can't even quite comprehend how you've gotten to this point of just like confidence and clarity and just knowing that you're going to take a risk, because life is too fucking short. Why would you not take risks? Like, you're trying so many different experiences to figure out what you really like. So many of you have like thrown away all of those cliche limitations, those chains that you have to certain people that have been in your life for 25 years and you've spoken to them every day for that time, so you have to continue doing it. No, you fucking don't. You don't have to talk to anyone. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone, and you can literally do anything you fucking want. Wow. I'm seeing some of you like taking random trips to Amsterdam and literally just like like literally like feeling all like coy and shy like a little schoolgirl, like, oh, maybe I should go to a coffee shop and then ending up smoking like the whole day away and coming out absolutely fucked out your face, but having like the best ever time, but they're still scared to like tell your mom or tell your best friend because you think they're gonna disapprove. Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares? No one can tell you what to do except you. But so many of you are feeling this amazing new energy, and it's so great because it's like the start of the new year. It's January 2019. Like, oh my gosh, we have so much creativity that we're all about to start showing off like mad, just like for ourselves. Like, we've been cooped up for so long. We've been doing so much intense healing for so long. We were doing so much healing for our twin. We were doing so much trying to detach but not working, but then actually detaching and then feeling guilty and then letting go and then sometimes going back there and going back and forth, and then it's just like, it's your time to shine. Like a whole new platform, a whole new year, a whole new energy. Like, it's just such an exciting energy. It really is. And obviously a lot of the divine feminists have been working on businesses for a while. Some of you already had fully established businesses. Some of you have been creating new businesses and going full throttle on that. I agree. I mean, I pretty much took like almost 6 months off this channel or something like that, and uploaded videos like 5 months later than they were actually recorded. So the whole of the first year of my channel isn't in the right order, because I mean, I barely filmed for the last 6 months for this channel. But then I've been working on other businesses and other channels and been filming non-stop with my Divine Masculine, and I have like 5 other YouTube channels which I had before. But anyways, we've been working on loads of things. We've been working on loads of businesses, loads of ideas. A lot of those ideas we started a long time ago and then we put on the shelf, and we were like, no, this is too ambitious. No, I can't do this. No, how am I going to do this? No, if only I had $100,000 then I could do this. Blah, 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 blah. All of those excuses. And now we're realizing, honey, there is always a way forward. It's not just necessarily the forward thinking that you have in your head. Like, a lot of the time people will be like, okay, I need to get a car, so I'm gonna go to a dealership. Okay, I can't find a car I like or can afford. Okay, so I'll try and buy one online. eBay, Craigslist, Gumtree. Don't really like any of them. They're a bit dodgy. Don't trust anyone on Craigslist. Think I might get scammed. And then all of a sudden you find another way. Someone lends you money, you get a loan, you get a pay raise, you create a business so you can afford the nice one from the dealership, or you end up synchronistically or divinely walking past a beautiful car in great condition, you know, a bit of mileage on it, down the road for sale from a local neighbor, and you can pay in installments, so it works out better for you. There is always a way. There is always a way to do what you want. If it's something you just want to try, then fucking do it. Please. I had already manifested so many things, which I'm going to have to do a video on all the manifestations I made last year, in the last 6 months. I decided that in the last 6 months of last year, 2018, I would travel every single month for the last 6 months. I did it. There was a way. Sometimes I didn't even know when I was going to travel. And I ended up traveling on the 29th or the 30th or the 31st, depending on what day of the month it was. I decided that I wanted to, since January last year, I wanted to live off grid. I wanted to live in Barcelona I wanted to live my best life, creating all my other businesses, so I'm completely self-sustainable. I'm now living in Barcelona. I'm now living off grid. I've bought my own home outright with my divine masculine, half and half, fully a team. Like, anything you want, you can attract. So focus on what you want to attract. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm like seriously proud of these cards, divine masculine and divine feminines. Like, this is some good shit. This is some good shit, honestly. So what have we got next? So let's go back to the divine masculine, shall we? We have dolphin. Playtime is an important part of your healing. Oh, look at those little dolphins. They're so cute. Ah, they're so good. Aww. Wow. Yeah, my team of angels are definitely they're showing me a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is really, really great. Going hand in hand with the divine masculine, opening up his heart chakra more, realizing that love is an important part of his life experience, or her life experience, because it's an energy. But wow, I mean, you guys are going to be like, about time. But the divine masculines do take a lot of things very, very seriously, as I'm sure you guys have experienced. So it's almost like they keep getting offers. A lot of them keep getting offers from like work colleagues, old friends that they haven't seen in like months, sometimes years. And they're like, oh, you know, why don't you just go on a random trip, like drive down to the coast and like just chill on a nice Airbnb for a couple of days. But because the divine masculines have been going through it in their own way, and they've been, for so long, they were trying to fight off all these emotions and thinking about this one person, also deciding whether or not they should keep giving their energy to certain family, co-workers, friends. And they've been so focused on career, as if like that means absolutely everything in life, when it doesn't. It's almost been like a, what's the thing called? Like a pull, almost like a tug. What is that? Tug of war. That's it. That's what I'm seeing in my head. Tug of war. It's been like, the fun's been over on this side, but then they're so used to the serious mode, and like that's the way that they see that they can get somewhere, that it's been hard for like all the fun that's around them to actually integrate. But a lot of them now are like, fucking hell, I need a break. A lot of them need a fucking break, like need a holiday, and they've needed a holiday for some time. Some of them, it's almost like they just want to go off by themselves. Like some of them don't even want company at all, and a lot of them haven't wanted company for a long time. But even to do the fun stuff, they're just like, I just want to be me. Like I just want to go in my own energy so I can do whatever I want whenever I want. But some of them are trying to now build up the finances and try and find a way forward to get the holiday to manifest quicker, because of restrictions with work, family members and co-workers relying on them to help them with certain things. A lot of masculines are helping people move this month. I don't know why. Or I guess a lot of people are moving around, especially feminines. But yeah, a lot of the divine masculines are helping people move, and they feel like emotionally obligated to do it. But they're still trying to figure out like, okay, if I go and help that person, which is like 25 miles away, then I can drive another 10 miles and just be in a nice little retreat in the middle of nowhere by myself. Some of them are really wanting to go to like really, really hyped up places, like I'd say Barcelona on a Friday or Saturday night. But I'm seeing Miami in my head, and I'm also seeing Brazil. And I'm seeing strip clubs. It's like they know that they need to feed off some happy, fun energy, and they're not necessarily able right now in their own mindset to create it for themselves. So they want to go to somewhere that has that fun energy. But some of them are just happy to like get home early from work, dance like an idiot in their kitchen, like actually afford that really nice takeaway pizza that they have. Hi darling. Hello.
Bobby.
She just kissed me. I have to sanitize my mouth, you guys, for reals. Oh, I love dogs, but that was some neck saliva on my face right now. I know when my divine masculine sees this video, he's gonna be like, shame guy. Oh, I'm not kissing you. That dog's so cute. And now I put sanitizer on my mouth. I have no idea if I'm supposed to put that on there, but that's all I have right now to clean my face. I have no idea what I was just saying. Oh yes, the divine masculines. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not doing that to the dog. That's the taste of the sanitizer in my mouth now. No, okay. Okay. So, if I can get back to concentrating on this. Some of these divine masculines, because they've got so much pent up, what's the right, aggression, not aggression, frustration. It's more frustration. I feel like aggression is too angry. It's more frustration for so many different things, like society, the world, corrupt systems, the fact you have to work like a slave and get told what to do just to make a really tiny amount of money, the fact that they don't even have time to think for themselves or think what they're going to eat, and they barely ever eat because they're too busy working, so then they can't even have time to think about any business ideas to become self-sustainable, blah blah blah. I mean, you know, that whole spiel. Some of them really want to do some crazy ass activities, like inner child stuff, just like loving their inner child. There's such a beautiful chocolate lab over there, it's so cute. But some of them are really trying to love their inner child. Like, I'm seeing a lot of them trying to do roller skating, going on boats, like, you know, random holidays that are full of activities like parasailing, all of that stuff. They really want to do some of those activities to really hype themselves up, love their inner child more. And oh wow, there's 3 chocolate labs. Oh my god. Oh, that one's got a bad leg. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. But yeah, they're really trying to love and heal their inner child more, because they're realizing that they can give themselves a break. They don't have to ask permission to do that. And there's so many different ways you can have fun while still trying to work on your career, still trying to work on your finances. And sometimes just to literally not think about any of that shit for at least a day, if not 2 days, because so many of these divine masculines that work typical 9-to-5 jobs, or majority of the time they legally work 9 to 5, but they're really working from like 9 till 8. A lot of them will actually still be thinking non-stop about work, and if I can get that client and calling this person up on the weekend, and like they never really stop work mentally. So they're really trying to hone that in now to their energy. And what did we have on the flip side for the divine feminines? This is what I said earlier. Yeah, when you see clearly, obstacles disappear. Straight away in my head, clarity. Straight away in my head I have, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. But seriously, us divine feminines, wow. This is why it goes with the new vitality and everything that's going on, man. This new energy is so good. It feels like just like these massive weights have been lifted off, like both shoulders, our head, our heart, underneath. It's just like, damn. You guys are realizing, oh, I love you divine feminine so much. You guys are realizing that every single thing that happened had to happen in the way it happened. Oh wow, I feel like I have to say that again, like rewind. Every single thing that happened had to happen in the way it did for you to be where you are right now, who you are right now. Like, it had to happen. Okay, yeah, you guys are definitely you guys are definitely feeling more grateful than ever as well, because it's like It's like you have this new, like going alongside the new vitality, it's like you guys have this new empowerment. It's like this platform of confidence and happiness and go-getter. Yeah, I'm going after my dreams no matter what. It's like it was always there. It was always right there underneath you. It was always right around you. It was always within you. It's all in me. You. I've got God is a Woman in my head now by Ariana Grande, but it's like it took you so long to see it. I've been there. I was there last year. It sometimes takes us just as long to realize certain things, and we're too busy like, oh my gosh, but the masculine did this and the masculine did that, and it's like, honey, but what did you do? Did you do anything with your life? Do you love yourself yet? But yeah, you fucking do now. Damn. You guys are so grateful for this experience. It's taught you so much about life, about yourself. That is the most important thing. It has taught you so much about yourself. And it's like you've got this new empowerment, realizing that, wow, if I set my mind on that, I can achieve it. Wow, manifestations really do work if I really do vibrate the energy that I want to attract. Wow, if I want to leave the country and move to a random remote village where no one speaks English, I can do that and still live a happy life. I don't really need to speak much to order, you know, like fruit and veg from the market as long as I've got money. Like, it's so beautiful because you guys are being so much more clear on what love means to you, on what kind of love that you want, on the energy that you want to be around, on the people that you want to actually integrate with, on the people you want to attract into your life, on the opportunities and experiences that you're creating for yourself. Because now you're not like muddled up with all of this, oh my gosh, I want my twin, I crave my twin, I love my twin, I need my twin, like that robotic, you know, thing that we always have when we're so in love with someone and suddenly it just goes. Now it's like you guys have done so much healing. Like, you've done so much healing. It's seriously your time to shine. Like, don't waste this opportunity. The energy right now is so profound. And I'm so happy for you guys that you've actually got to this space. And I've joined you as well. Like, wow. We're definitely doing some big things right now, you guys. Honestly. It's so beautiful. Think about where you were this time last year. January 2018. Where were you? Even July, like maybe, you know, halfway to this confidence, never thinking that you'd feel so empowered, so good about yourself, so good about life, knowing that literally if you continue going with the flow, you'll always have opportunities coming in. Some of them won't be as great as you would want. Some of them will be. Some of them will literally just be pure lessons. Some of them will be amazing fun experiences with lessons mixed in. Like, you're so grateful. And you're so clear on why this had to happen, because now you're the most powerful person you've ever been so far in your life, and you're only going to get more powerful and more strong, more confident, more of a go-getter, realizing that risks are just opportunities and experiences. And why do you need to limit yourself? Wow. Damn, I was speaking to myself then. Wow. What have we got? The miracle. For this is the divine masculine. This is weird going back and forth like this, but divine masculine, the miracle. I feel such an overwhelming calm energy from this card. Like, the divine masculines are starting to, going alongside the other cards about having fun and knowing that love is what they really want, and how they need to love themselves and open up their heart chakra. And oh boy, it feels like a really still calmness. It feels very still, but also, what's the best way I can describe it? It's like, okay, you guys know who your divine counterpart is. Some of you won't know, but some of you may have had experiences where you've connected with someone so deeply, like not mentally, not verbally, not audibly, but you literally feel it here. Like the hairs on your arms stand up. Your heart beats fast. You just feel this overwhelming love. and you suddenly feel calm and serene, and you feel like, wow, this person, it's like when I'm around them, I feel completely and utterly safe. That could be a romantic person, that could be your mom, that could be a best friend, that could be a co-worker, that could be a random person you speak to on a street bench. Like, love is everywhere. But this, everything's energy. Everything is energy. And it's like, because the divine masculines are now working on themselves in more areas than they usually do, that's more than career and finances, it's like they're starting to realize that they can have such a deep, profound peace of mind and calmness and stillness, because, I mean, it's Bashert, it's meant to be. Like, all of this is just consciousness, all of this is energy, all of this is experiences. Like, if I do this, it will attract that energy. If I do this, it can attract 3 or 4 or 5 or 25 different energies. But as long as I'm good within, bitch, it don't matter. Like, damn. I'm hearing in my head that some of the divine masculines, they've confided in some people. Like, for some of you that know some of the divine masculines, friends or family, some of these masculines have definitely confided in some people that you would have either heard about or know yourself or have met. And it's almost like some of the times when these divine masculines have confided in these people, the people that they're talking to aren't necessarily, you know, on your team. They're not like, yeah, you should reach out to your divine feminine, your, you know, that person like that you keep telling me about. Some of them are like, nah, that's toxic, that's destructive, that's crazy, you were miserable, or you guys always argued, or you were always triggering each other, or, you know, they're seeing it from a cliche 3D perspective, ego perspective. And that's all good and true. Because, I mean, some of us definitely triggered each other a hell of a lot when we were together the first round. Hey. Wow. But it's like, no matter what anyone says, the divine masculines, they know what they want, they know how they feel, they're becoming more and more confident in how they feel, and they know they can't run from it, because running from these feelings about someone is running from yourself. So it's like just this overwhelming calmness of like, I know I love this person. That love will never go. They make me feel so many freaking things. But most of all, they make me feel love, real love. But I need to do what I need to do and, you know, clear through all these issues that I have so that I can be the best version of myself before I come back to you. That's the energy I'm getting. Damn, it's getting cold out in these streets. Okay, so for the divine feminines, hey, synchronistic, hey, the divine feminines, forgiveness. Wow, conscious acts of kindness, forgiveness. What is that song? I think it's from Just Friends. Forgiveness. That's how she sings it. It's more than saying sorry. Anyways, it's such a ridiculous film. It's so funny with Anna Faris and Ryan Reynolds. That is the shit. I feel like I should watch that tonight. Damn. I need to get a USB. Anyways, for you guys wondering why the hell I'm saying that, it's because I bought a home with my divine masculine, so van conversion, and we got a TV and a DVD player and all that jazz, but like, we need to get a USB so we can download more stuff and just watch it on the TV. Anywho, forgiveness. This is just important in life, regardless of if you're a twin flame, a false twin, a divine counterpart, whatever the fuck you want to label yourself. They're all labels. Labels are an illusion. This whole bloody thing is an illusion. But energy is definitely energy. So, damn, forgiveness is just advice for life. Regardless of who you are, what space of your journey you're in, forgive. But I'm not even talking about forgiving your counterpart here. Like, that comes afterwards, and like, that's not even the most important thing. You need to forgive yourself, divine feminines. Divine feminines, you need to forgive yourself. So many times we go through these experiences. We typically wear our heart on our sleeve until we get burnt. And even then, sometimes we're like, no, I don't want to stay bitter. I want to keep open to love, blah, blah, blah. So you continue wearing your heart, probably even further on your sleeve. Or sometimes it's gone from like here, just to like a tiny bit more up. But then you have a few little guards, but you're thinking they're not as big as the masculines, blah, 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 blah. I did everything for you. I cooked, I cleaned. I always spent like 5 hours to get ready, blah, blah, blah. I'd be sitting worrying about you at nighttime when you go out with your friends and, you know, all those cliche, typical bullshit things. But then when the separation happens, you start hating on yourself and you're just like, I should have never done that. I should have known better, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe I was such a fucking idiot. You beat yourself up so much. Why? Why would you beat yourself up? Like, come on, bro. You asked for an experience. You had an experience. You learnt loads of different lessons along the way. You either experienced love or you experienced heartbreak or both, or you experienced like a companionship and you realize what you like about it and what you don't like about it and what you want next time and blah, blah, blah. But you still end up hating on yourself. And typically it's hating on the other person until you clear through that. But I know so many feminines right now, it's like, because of where you're at and because of what you had to go through, and a lot of you have had to go through some fucking dark shit. And once again, trust me, I've been there. It's so easy to hate yourself, and it's so easy to tell yourself that you don't deserve happy things and you don't deserve love because there must be something wrong with you. Or I mean, yeah, I've said all those horrific things about myself countless times, which is why I tried to kill myself so many times last year. And that's not the first year. And I tried to kill myself multiple other times when I used to get abused and I was in an abusive relationship. Blah, blah, blah. We're really, really good at hating ourselves. But forgiveness is always the way forward for you and you alone. Forgiveness is about you. It is never about the other person. It is always about you. Do you forgive yourself for the experiences that you attracted and manifested, lived out? Do you forgive yourself for doing too much for that person that you swear you would never do it again? Do you forgive yourself for the amount of times you cried at nighttime just wishing this person was back with you and they never called you back? Do you forgive yourself? If you don't, start trying every day. Try manifestations. Sorry, not manifestations. Try affirmations. I used to cover my room in affirmations, which you guys will see in my old videos when I was living in London. That sounds so weird because I'm still like, wait, aren't I in London? I used to cover my room in affirmations and I used to say them every single day, like 20 times a day. I'd cover my mirror because it took me so long to even love myself. It took me 27 years. 26, 27 years to love myself because I was abused for so long, over a decade, that it made me feel like so unworthy and completely fucking shit and always depressed and triggering my bipolar and never talking to people and, you know, always thinking people are out to get me. And I mean, so many things. I couldn't even say I was pretty. Like, I can't even tell you for how many years. Like, it's just, I'd look at myself and I used to hate myself. I used to always try and be someone else. Like, it's so easy to blame yourself for horrible experiences, but you need to forgive yourself. You really need to start forgiving yourself. You need to tell yourself you're worthy. You need to tell yourself that happiness is your birthright. You need to tell yourself that you're beautiful, that you are confident. You need to tell yourself that love is literally right here, right now, because it starts within you. You don't want to bring all your baggage into the next relationship, whether that's romantic, friendship, co-worker, etc., etc. And yes, of course, sometimes there will still be a little bit of baggage that you clear out, or cliche, oh, when I got with this person, I felt so much better. But you also don't want to go into that codependent energy. You need to forgive you. You had a part to play in these experiences. If you felt like shit for so long because something that someone told you when you were 12 years old and they used to bully you at school has been eating away at you, and now you're 35 and you're still not confident because of that bully, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. I feel like I should do a whole separate video on forgiveness, because it took me a long ass time to forgive the people that abused me, raped me. Oh gosh, I mean, come on. It took me a long time. But forgiveness starts with you, and it is always about you. You don't have to forgive anyone else. If you forgive you, that is all that matters, honey. Trust me. Oh. Now we've got the Divine Masculine. Stingray, trust in where the process leads you. Also, I just wanted to say, I know a lot of the time when I read these two decks, I typically read stuff from the book as well. But no, I'm guided today to just intuitively read it for you guys. If you guys want to look up the book descriptions, I'm sure you can find this online. Oh, so the Divine Masculines, let's see what we have. Okay, this is quite a difficult one. Some of the Divine Masculines have been watching you feminines like a fucking stalker. Let's just say it plain and clear. Some of them have been studying you guys like mad. Like trying to find any type of source to like figure out what you're doing, where you are, like how you've been, what you look like, have you changed, looks wise, personality wise. Is there a dog behind me? Oh yeah, there's like 3 dogs behind me. They're also trying to figure out if you've got a new boo, like are you with someone else, have you moved countries, cities, like, and it's like in their head they're trying to formulate a plan. I just realized majority of the time when I talk about masculines, I typically say it as they, even though they're masculines that watch my channel. But I think it's because I'm so used to talking to feminine energies. Anyways, the Divine Masculines, you guys are stalking your feminines like a fucking hawk, like a bitch. But it's crazy. And it's like you're trying to formulate a different plan, like some sort of like grand scheme of, oh, okay, if I can just find out they're okay with their life and they're happy, then, you know, I'll be happy, and that means I didn't really hurt them as much as I think I did hurt them, and blah blah blah. Some of it is for like the ego and to like be able to comprehend, like, okay, I must have not hurt that person that much, because I mean they're smiling, they're still standing, hey, yeah, and it's like that's not true. Looks are deceiving, honey. I can smile in someone's face and go home and cry myself to sleep at night, like that means shit. But it's like they're worried that, for some of them, they know that in a cliche ego way they've taken too long. Some of them really feel like they have taken too long to get to this breaking point. Some of them thought that, like, once again I'm talking about them like them, some of the Divine Masculines, you guys have thought that you wouldn't be able to get to this point ever, because you thought that your blocks were so huge that you'd never be able to wear them down or tear them down. So it's like you're creating again this fixed mindset almost of, I can only get back with this person if I do this in this way. And that's not true at all. This is all about you guys needing to just go with the flow. Like the Divine Feminines had to learn how to do with that real quick. Wow. And now the Divine Masculines, you're going through it too. Like, you guys have to learn how to go with the flow. And trust me, it feels so good. I remember when I went to Barcelona in July, and that was the first time I was like, okay, I'm going to go on holiday every single month for a month. But like, it's not a rigid plan. It's just going to be like, whatever happens, happens. And like, I was just open to so many experiences, just going with the flow, like meeting all these different people, which you guys will see in my vlogs if you ever, if you want to subscribe to the vlog channel. But shameless plug. But it just feels so good once you go with the flow, because you're not trying to control every single thing, which you masculines have been so accustomed to out of fear, because society and everyone shapes you into this crazy, over egotistical, fear person that's just like, you have to get this, you have to get that, and you have to get that, because that makes you a real masculine. And that's such fucking bullshit. It's such a bullshit concept that we have in society just to control people. Like, just start accepting what is. And even though a lot of the masculines have already done that in ways of, oh, okay, I accept this separation, right? I accept that this person feels something for me, but like I ain't ready for that, like blah blah blah. It's like, now it's on a different level. You masculines have to now accept that you feel these feelings for this person, that you're going through these awakenings, that you are paying more attention to how you feel physically, emotionally, mentally, the dreams that you're having. You guys are having some crazy ass dreams, like the visuals are on point right now. Some of it's about the feminines, but a lot of it is actually to do with childhood, because once again, inner child healing is one of the biggest things you can do to really clear out so many of these blocks, because so many of these blocks are created in childhood trauma, which you masculines, wow, you've gone through some deep trauma as well, just like us. So if you can accept that whatever you're going through right now is just how it has to be, you'll get where you need to get. As long as you stay open and go with the flow. And it's so hard sometimes when you're so used to being controlling. It's really hard for some of you guys to let go of that chain, that reign of like, no, I do this when I do it. Like, no, the universe is just like, just go with the flow and see what happens. Just take that walk in the park, even though you typically go to the gym. But your intuition is telling you to go for a walk in the park. You may end up meeting someone profound, a soul family person that like you have this great connection with. Trust the process. And the thing is, it's so comical and so ironic, because a lot of the masculines have been saying that to the feminines of, just trust the process, let me do my thing, like trust the process, you do your own healing, you focus on you, like, you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, all that stuff. But at the same time, you masculines have been hypocritical in that, and it's like, come on bro, you haven't been trusting the process either. Feel your feelings, understand that you really love this person, you can't stop thinking about them, understand you can't stop thinking about all your inner child trauma, and you have to actually face it finally rather than suppressing it. So yeah, it's crazy, but you guys are gonna get through it, man. Damn, there's some big jumps and leaps going on this month, isn't there? Wow. Divine Feminines, the last card. Love, 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 love. Hey. If you guys know that song, comment down below. It's not actually a love song, but it came in my head straight away. Divine love is calling you. Yes, it is, honey, and it's all about you. It is all about you. It has nothing to do with another person. This is all about the divine love that has been within you the whole time. Your higher self has been like, hey, 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 can you see me? Can you see me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Why are you focused on that other person? Focus on you, focus on you, focus on you. Oh shit, here we go again. And it's like, wow, it's been this crazy ass cycle, this crazy ass circle. But like now you're really finally getting the point that you need to really focus on loving yourself. And even though some of you will be like, I do love myself, man. I did this, I did that. No, how much do you love yourself? Do you tell yourself that you love yourself every day? Do you give yourself positive affirmations every day? Do you look in the mirror and feel good? When you don't feel good, what do you do to actually transmute? If you loved yourself, then wouldn't you go and take that new opportunity that just came up, and you wouldn't go into fear? Like, you need to focus on loving yourself in so many more ways than you've ever thought that you had to before. How much do you love yourself? Okay, a lot of divine feminines are changing their hair. Some of you are like putting on makeup for like the first time in like 6 months to a year, and it's like, or don't know why I'm seeing like a dark ruby red, like someone who never really wears makeup, I guess kind of like me, just suddenly being like, oh, I saw this amazing red lipstick, this dark red, like almost like a burgundy, like way darker than this, and suddenly you're just called to get it, because every time you even look at it, even if you aren't putting it on, when you look at it, it just makes you feel like all girly, like, ooh, like what's this new vitality, like it feels good. It feels good to love yourself. It feels good to look in the mirror at yourself and be like, damn, I'm the shit, I look good. That confidence is going to take you so many places. And at this point, you've gone through so much shit already, feminines. Like, if someone says shit and talks shit about you, or says like, oh, why are you dressed like that? Or why are you wearing this? Or how come you're suddenly going to dance lessons? Or it's like, you don't give a fuck, because you've gone through so much shit. Anyone that talks shit about you now, it's like, honey, please, like, step the fuck back. Damn. It's going to be amazing to, like, this energy that I can just feel coming in. The more and more you feminines love yourself, man, the more and more you're going to attract such amazing opportunities. And you already are. But it's like the opportunities are all around you. But it's like you're still almost like teeter-tottering, like, could I really do this? Or maybe I could if I worked it out this way. Or you've gone through so many challenges where you've really wanted to take a risk or an opportunity and it hasn't worked out. And then it's like, do you let that hinder you, or do you continue pushing forward and finding a different way through? How much do you love yourself to commit your life to you, to making yourself happy, the happiest person you could ever be? Like, I've been living now in this van conversion in my new home with my divine masculine for like, oh, I don't know, maybe like 3 months. We've traveled all over. I've been traveling non-stop for like 7 months. And now I've settled down in Barcelona, which I manifested as a goal that I would do last year. And I moved here last year with him. And now I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to go on a boat. Now we're going to get a boat. We're going to buy a boat, learn all about different boats, catamarans, all this other stuff. And then we're going to move into a boat and live off grid there and be doing all our businesses there. And we've got trips to America, so I can finally get back into acting and dancing, because I've been acting since I was like 5 years old or something like that. Acting is my main thing. I'm an actress. I've always been doing that. Like, he dances. Like, there's so many different things, and it's like, damn, I'm committed to me. Are you committed to you? Like, how much do you love yourself, bro? Damn. I definitely want you guys to work more with rose quartz, 100%. And clear quartz for the divine feminines. Clear quartz to help you be more clear, and to help you see through different illusions that people talk to you about, the energies that you feel, the business ideas, the opportunities for growth. Sometimes you can grow through experiences that in your mind you would never think would help you. Rose quartz will definitely help you love yourself more and to attract more love to you and within you. And for the divine masculines, sodalite is definitely going to help you. Oh, wow. In a lot of ways. And black obsidian, I'm seeing as well. A lot of entrepreneurs have black obsidian. It is one of the most powerful crystals that I use. So I'd say for the feminines, rose quartz and clear quartz, and for the masculines, sodalite and black obsidian. And also, you know, try all four, because we have both energies within us. But it's definitely getting cold. You guys have seen a dog lick my face. And my legs are definitely starting to cramp up. Oh! So I'm sending you so much love and light. I know in some of the previous videos I advertised that I was doing an Airbnb, and if you wanted to stay at my Airbnb with me and my divine masculine, our Airbnb, blah blah blah. I no longer have that Airbnb because that was in London when I was living there. And we are going to start another Airbnb now we're settled in Barca, but it won't be for a while. But I am doing Airbnb experiences and all that other stuff. So if you guys are interested in any like shamanic healing, sound bowl healing, etc, tarot readings, blah blah blah, you can either check the links down below if there is any by the time that this video goes up, or you can just email me as well. I am going to start advertising all my other channels, because I've never really advertised my other channels on this channel, because I never really was like, oh, maybe they would want to see me doing this and see me doing that. But now I'm just like, screw it, like, you guys might want to find more about me, the real me, the one that's just not holding cards in their hand all day long. But if you guys want to, you can check out the links for my other channels down below. Not all of them will be there, depending on what I feel like sharing with you on the day I actually edit and upload this. But I'm sending you so much love and light. I'm going to give you a little bit of Reiki. Oh, that was strong. I sent you guys some good love, energy, yes. So if any of you guys want any private readings, Reiki, consultations from me or my Divine Masculine, then you can comment down below or email the emails that will be in the description. I love you all so, so, so much. Please remember that you are worthy of everything that you could ever want and desire. Do not limit yourself. If you want to move to a different country, do it. If you want to live in a van, do it. If you want to live on a boat, do it. If you want to live out of a backpack, fucking do it. If you want to start an ice cream factory, do it. Literally anything you want, do it. If you want to go to a silent retreat for 5 months in India, do it. If you want to go to a place where they don't even speak a word of English, so you can be surrounded by a completely different culture, completely different energy, and have to actually use different parts of your brain to actually interact, do it. Always grow, always evolve, always push yourself out your comfort zone. Understand that the more healed and evolved you are, the more amazing life can be. Honestly, I'm so grateful for this life experience that I have. I'm so grateful for everything that's ever happened with me, to me, that I manifested, because now I am who I am today, right here in front of you, and I couldn't be happier. And I never thought I'd ever say that in my life. I never thought I'd love myself. I never thought I'd feel good about myself, but I actually do. And it's amazing. So I'm sending you so much love and light from me in Barcelona. The sun's about to set. It looks gorgeous. And yeah, you guys are fucking amazing, and well done to you for coming on this journey, signing this soul contract, and having all these experiences and opening yourself up more than most people would ever have the nightmares of. So congratulations to you for being you. I love you so, so, so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video and click the notification bell, because it really, really helps me out. Bye guys.